Did you have an atom sample surgically implanted? I'm not sure if that's even doable or if it's a result of testosterone. I don't think that's doable, and it is a result of testosterone. It's weird, I never think about it. I like it though. If you could have chosen to be born male, would you? I love your videos. Thank you. I don't think so. A small part of me is like, yes, I would. It would have been so much easier. But it would be a different person. And do I wish I was another person? No. I will say if I had a magic wish, I would have removed my gender dysphoria. That means I could have lived my life as the woman I biologically am, and I wouldn't feel the need to physically transition and change my entire life, making myself sterile. But what you're gonna do, shit happens, and instead of being upset about my mental disorder, my gender dysphoria, I just try to live a happy life. I try to accept it. So far, it's working out great. Even though I have experienced a lot of emotional distress, if not pain, I am so happy to be me. And my life is great. My life is actually super great. If I was a regular woman without gender dysphoria, I wouldn't be doing this for a living. I wouldn't be so interested in mental health, and I wouldn't be interested in trying to make a difference. I don't know if I would be so passionate about helping others with their identity issues. Overall, I believe everything happens for a reason, and I'm happy to be here in this situation, with all the struggles, with all of the pain, the obstacles. I have gained so many positive things. Even though you've been on testosterone for tons of years, do you still have estrogen peaks like mood swings, fatigue, headaches, migraines, etc. occasionally? I know every woman doesn't experience these, but I do. Well, I've been on testosterone for almost 6 years. I started when I was 20, I'm almost 26. And in a couple of years, I have personally had more experience with testosterone as the main sex hormone of my body than estrogen. Let's say I started puberty at age 14, 15. That's 5 to 6 years of estrogen being the leading sex hormone. Now I've been on testosterone for 6 years, almost 6 years. And I think it's weird to think about. Back in 2021, I got a hysterectomy, meaning I got my ovaries and my uterus removed. So that surgery really took out all of my estrogen. And even though I don't regret the surgery at all, I'm so happy I did it, I did experience a lot of side effects after the surgery due to the loss of estrogen. The body doesn't care about mental health a lot. Especially my body didn't care about my mental disorder, gender dysphoria. My body needed estrogen more than a biological man because I'm, of course, not one. And my body doesn't really care that I have a bunch of testosterone in my body. It still needs some estrogen. I talked to my trans doctors about the side effects and they didn't help me. They basically told me to just be Marcus and I'll be fine. So I decided to talk to a regular and a really talented gynecologist who knows nothing about gender transitions. And she didn't even need to hear all of my problems, all of my side effects. She knew them already. I mean, she could list all the things I mentioned in her sleep. So she decided to give me a prescription for estrogen. It's a gel and I put it on my arm every day. And I think I've done it since maybe October of last year. It works amazing. It doesn't interfere with my testosterone treatment, my transition at all. And that's due to testosterone being such a powerful sex hormone. The estrogen doesn't change my appearance, my voice obviously, or basically anything about my transition, about the way I present. It's simply alleviating all of my side effects, almost all of my side effects, due to estrogen loss, due to my transition. My trans doctors wanted my estrogen level to be at the same level, just as low as a biological male's estrogen level. And you know what? I get it. I kind of understand where they were coming from, but the problem is, I'm not a biological male, and I will never be it. So, to ignore that important fact when putting medicine in my body, it's just a little bit inappropriate. And I know that transitioning, MTF, FTM, not a healthy thing. Going against your biology is not a healthy thing, but there are certain ways to do it. I think there are ways that are more unhealthy than others. So I wish my trans doctors would listen to gynecologists like the one I have, because she's amazing. Sorry I didn't answer your question. I'm gonna make a separate video about the side effects. There's just so much to go into that let's just save it for another day. I always wondered how you were able to sing in the past if you had gender dysphoria. You didn't acknowledge your voice dysphoria or you suppressed it? Also, you literally changed my mind on many points. I still question if I have gender dysphoria, but your videos kind of calms my mind a bit, if it makes sense. That makes me so happy. Thank you. I'm not sure why my videos calm you a bit, but I'm glad they do. And it's okay that you don't know if you're dealing with gender dysphoria, or if it's something else. Don't rush. Don't make any conclusion. When you're not ready, it's not worth it. Because you have to make one again. Eventually, so. It's such an interesting question. How was I literally addicted to singing when I was younger? When I was dysphoric, all of that. If you ask me at the time, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing. But I understand your question. Singing highlights your sex. So if I was dysphoric about my sex, why would I keep reminding myself of it? I didn't know this until a couple of years ago, but singing generally calms anxiety. It's a mentally calming activity, so it makes sense to me now that I was addicted to it back then. I was craving the peace, the calmness. It's a bit hard to explain, but I did feel dysphoric when I sang. But I also felt relief. So the reason why singing can reduce anxiety is because you will activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which promotes relaxation. Your heart rate would be slower and reduce cortisol. You stimulate the vagus nerve. You also do this if you just hum. And in the brain, it will trigger the release of endorphins, oxytocin, and dopamine. So if someone is struggling with their mental health and they have experienced positive effects of this certain activity, they would want to do that activity over and over again. And that's what I did for many years. Do you have any singing problems related to your voice change? Is your voice training different? Yes. And that is why I took a long break from singing when was it? I can't remember exactly when I took a break and when I started again. It was like on and off, but I stopped being addicted to it for two reasons. The first reason was I didn't need to sing every day because I was feeling better mentally because I started on testosterone, I got some surgeries done and stuff. And the second reason was my body just didn't want to cooperate with me. I learned some of the singing techniques when I was 14, 15, but now that my body has changed, my vocal cords have changed, it's like I have to try something different or in some weird way do it all over again. And I think boys who sing pre-puberty and post-puberty can relate to this. Or maybe they can't, I don't know, but that's why I'm seeing a singing coach. I recently started and I'm so excited. He's a man, so maybe he can relate to the whole voice change and help me a lot. I need it because I love to sing, but I also want it to sound good. And it doesn't sound that good right now because I can strain my voice very easily. I actually do it right now when I talk. So I need the help. Alright, thank you so much for watching the third episode of Ask Offensively. Thank you for your questions. You write amazing ones. So write one in the comments down below. Remember to hit subscribe and the notification bell. And I cannot wait to read your questions down below. Peace out.